How's it going, everybody? This is Sherrod Seward, formerly with Sherrod Sports Visas, now a consultant at Innovative Immigration Law. And today we have a special person with us, somebody that we should all know. Lukaz, extraordinaire business owner and fight manager. Say hello to the people.
Hello, people. How are you going? How is it?
Yep. So we met probably must be 4 or 5 years now.
I remember exactly your story. It was your early beginning. I was your second client.
That's right. That's right. First round has been good to us over the years. We've done a lot of good business. And one of those first clients' name is Ilia Topuria. And let's talk about him. What's he ranked in the world right now?
He is number 5, number 4, depending which ranking. But this will change 17 February because then he become the world champion.
So you heard it right here. 17th of February, World Championship fight, Ilia Topuria. So how did you know that he was going to be special? Like, when did you know, like, oh, this is the guy?
Basically, I saw in first training, he and his brother are special because I saw them doing the sparring. And then with Ilia, we had a lot of interesting things, memories, travelings, and directly, for example, we've been in Thailand and he, without knowing Muay Thai, beat all Thai professionals with huge records in the 1 hour, maybe no less. Five guys he beat in one training. So in first workout in Thailand. So basically, I knew he will be big after his fight in Brave in Bahrain because he come back from knockdown and knocked out the guy and won the fight. So after that event, I said he will be world champion, and it was a long time ago.
And was that fight that you're talking about? He got knocked down. Was that a UFC fight?
No, it was the same exactly story with UFC fight. He fought in the higher class, and then first he got knocked down, but then he knocked out the guy.
Right. Yeah, I remember a fight like that. I'm not sure if that's London because I came to one of the fights. I think maybe that was you.
Yeah, that was that fight. You've been there. I saw you. I give you a lot of presents in the hotel next day. We had breakfast. We had breakfast. You was there, yes. I remember.
Hey,
maybe you don't.
I remember. I wasn't having that much fun. I remember. What I remember was being kind of awkward because I know that him and was he going at Patty? Something was going on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hi, Patty. I'm like, hi, Ilia. And I'm like, oh. And then, I remember getting a little wrestling match with Molly McCann out there too.
All right.
Yeah, she like jumped on my back. I was like, who is this? She always put me to sleep. Yeah, but those are good times. So as we go, you kind of do the management on the side as a hobby. What about are the other things that you've done in your career to like that's your main thing? Who are you?
Yeah, I'm involved in many businesses, but in many sectors. I'm a workaholic. So but now we can say already like my passion became my hobby, and my hobby become my work. So it means I'm gonna be successful because I'm doing the management stuff full time, and we have amazing results. We have like 7 people in UFC. From that 7, I can say for sure 3 gonna be world champion. We made with you already a lot of visa. I already lost my counting, so I am also expert in that sector because it's not easy to get visa for somebody from Eastern Europe, and here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Like speaking of that, we had one of the hardest cases that we've ever done, where we did a successful federal lawsuit for Victoria. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys for standing behind us and getting that litigation done, because it did help a lot of fighters, not just with first round, but around the world. Because people don't know this, but if you want a P1 visa as a fighter, it's much different and harder than other sports because they want you to have belt contracts in hand. So what that federal litigation allowed us to do is have something to stand on and say like, hey, if I'm with a management company that has a great rapport with putting people in the UFC, we can use that reputation to get them a visa based on the UFC itinerary, even when they're unsigned. So, I know that's a long process.
Exactly, and I'm happy you mentioned this. Not many people realize from this success. I'm really humble, but this is like from my personal point of view, like management career, biggest thing. And you know how much money it cost me, and it was because of vision and I knew it. We have rights, and also, of course, I knew it. Victoria gonna be superstar. This is perfect history to come up with when she gonna be superstar like UFC world champion. So we see, but a lot of Russians, because of that story, they have visa to US, and they are really grateful always.
Right. So yeah, there's a lot of people ask me about how do we deal with getting Russians into the country. And so it's been a thing where there hasn't been a consulate open in Russia for many years. So a lot of times we just have to kind of have patients send them around the world to Bahrain, Doha, Dubai. Lately, we're doing a lot of Istanbul. But when you do a lot of business with the Eastern Europeans, you kind of figure out where to go. But you wouldn't know how to do it unless you do it. And so we do it all the time.
Yes.
Right. So before we get off, I want to, like, where I had you on there, kind of talk about the that new project that we have going on. So I'll say it like this. So when we do a lot with sophisticated business people such as Lukaz, we think more strategically about visas as a whole for the team rather than just getting one. So I'd talk to you guys about what we were talking about off air, what was the enterprise immigration law. The saying, for example, if you're a business person that does multiple businesses, including fighting, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. It makes sense to build your business off of the O1 structure, because that way, if you run hotels, if you have a gym that you want to bring fighters in, you can do them under the O2 category, which is the essential support staff to O1s. And it's something that's much cheaper than getting a lot of P1s. And it's just much more flexible. So when I was telling Lukaz about the idea, I think he thought it was a good idea. What do you think?
Yeah, I like this idea, because I know this other story, like about the payments, about the investments, and how much cost time and money, of course. And this is equal option and also effective option. So of course this costs less. So for me, better option.
Right. So what he's talking about is a lot of investors want to come to the United States on the EB-5 visa. And like right here, usually it costs about $1.8 million to go and do that if you're not using a regional center. And it probably takes about 30 to 60 months. But with the O1, we can have it done in 2 months. And we can have staff members, kids going to school, and family members, extended uncles, and all that. And a lot of people just don't know you can do that. So we're just going to keep spreading the word slowly but surely, doing what we can do and doing it fast.
Yes.
Right. So before we get off, what are your predictions and rounds for the World Championship fight?
Ilia will finish Volkanovski before the time. It's difficult to say if it's going to be first round or second, but I think it will be quick.
I agree. That's a bad man. So I'll be there front and center, February 17th.
Yeah, it's probably on my side. We're going to watch together.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Well, I appreciate the time as always, and we'll keep the conversation going.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.